And we are going to quick review for the electricity formula. First formula from the electricity lesson is Coulomb's law. The force of attraction or repulsion between the 2 point charges can be calculated by the formula force F is equal to K into Q1 into Q2 divided by R square, where K is the proportionality constant, Q1, Q2 are point charges and R is the distance between two charges. Now second formula about electric current. Electric current I is equal to charge upon time, that is I is equal to Q by T, or you can also calculate the formula for the charge. Charge is equal to I into T, that is electric current into time, where electric current is measured in ampere, charge is measured in coulomb and time is measured in second. Third formula, potential difference, that is voltage V. V voltage is equal to work done upon charge, that is V is equal to W by Q. Unit of voltage is volt. Work done can be calculated by the same formula, that is W is equal to charge into potential difference, that is W is equal to VQ. SI unit of work done and energy are same, that are joule. When resistors are connected in the series combination, the equivalent or resultant resistance RS can be calculated by R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus Rn times, means total resultant resistance when connected in the series combination is the sum of the individual resistors connected in series combination. Resistance in parallel combination can be calculated as the reciprocal of resultant resistance in parallel, that is 1 upon Rp is 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus 1 upon Rn. It means that the reciprocal of resultant resistance in parallel combination is the sum of the reciprocal resistances, individual resistances. Heat generated H can be calculated as VIT, or it is equal to I square RT or equal to V square T upon R. This heat generated, it is one type of energy, its unit is joule. Where H is heat generated, V is potential difference, I is electric current, T is the time. We can also check this heat energy generated in the calorie. It has same formula, only we have to divide it by 4.18 because 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joules. Therefore, heat generated in the calorie can be calculated as I square RT upon 4.18, VIT upon 4.18 or V square T upon 4.18 R, where V is the potential difference, I is electric current, T is time and R is the resistance. Now we will see about electric power P. Electric power P can be calculated as the product of potential difference and electric current, that is V into I, but by Ohm's law we can write V is equal to IR. By keeping this value in place of V, we get the same formula for the power as I square R, or we can write as V square upon R. SI unit of the power is 1 watt. 1 watt is nothing but 1 volt into 1 ampere. 1 watt also can be written as joule per second or joule S inverse. Commercial unit of electrical energy can be written as Here you know that energy or work done is equal to power into time. It is product of power and time. That is E is equal to P into T. But as we have seen, the values of the power can be calculated by the formula VI equal to I square R equal to V square by R. By putting these values or the formula in the same equation, we are getting the formula for energy, that is electrical energy, is equal to VIT is equal to I square RT, or it is equal to V square T upon R. This commercial unit of electrical energy is watt is small, therefore commercial unit used is kilowatt hour. As you know, 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt and 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes into 60 seconds. Therefore, we get the relation between 1 kilowatt hour and watt second. Watt second is nothing but joule. Hence, we can write 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule. This is the relation between 1 kilowatt hour and joule. According to these all electricity formula, we are going to solve some numericals which are asked for the CBSE board exam. Now, you see here the question, study the following circuit. Then calculate the current flowing in the circuit and the potential difference across 10 ohm resistor. Here you can see this diagram. In this diagram, here total R, that is R1, R2, 10 ohm and 20 ohm respectively. Then total resistance which are connected in the series can be written as R1 plus R2. Therefore, its value becomes equal to 10 plus 20, that is 30 ohm. In this, they have told that we have to calculate the current flowing in the circuit and potential difference across the 10 ohm resistor. So, voltage which is given in this formula, it is 3 volt. From Ohm's law, you can write the formula as V is equal to IR by putting these values of volt 3 ohm, then resistance R is 30 ohm. In terms of this electric current I, we can write as V by R. So V value is 3, R value is 30. So I is equal to 3 by 30. It becomes equal to 1 by 10, that is 0.1 ampere. So electric current flowing through the electric circuit when resistors are connected in the series combination is equal to 0.1 ampere. Now second point from this question, potential difference across 10 ohm resistor. Here there are two resistors, 10 ohm and 20 ohm. According to Ohm's law, again we can write V is equal to IR, as we are knowing that value of this I, that is 1 into 10 divided by 10, it becomes equal to 1 volt. So potential difference across 10 ohm resistor becomes 1 volt. Now we will see the next question. Calculate the amount of heat generated while transferring 9000 coulombs of charge between two terminals of a battery of 40 volt in 1 hour. Also, determine the power expended in the process. So, we will see which values are given here. Q is the charge, it is equal to 90,000 coulombs. Time which is given is 1 hour. 1 hour means 3600 seconds. Voltage is 40 volt. So, we can write the formula to calculate electric current I is Q by T. By putting its values, we are getting the value as 25 ampere. Here, Again, we can calculate the R value. R is equal to V by I according to Ohm's law. As you know, the voltage value is 40. Electric current value we got, it is 25 ampere. So, 40 by 25 we get as 1.6 ohm. Now, we have to calculate about heat energy generated as well as power. The heat energy generated can be calculated by the formula I square RT. Value of I is 25, its square is 625, R value is 1.6 and time it is 1 hour means 3600 seconds. By the multiplication we get value as 36 into 10 raised to 5 joule, or we can write as. Now we will calculate about power. Power value can be calculated by the formula I square R, as though we are knowing about I value as well as resistance. So I square R 25 into 25 into 1.6, it becomes equal to 1000 watt, and 1000 watt is nothing but 1 kilowatt. Next question. An electric heater is used on 220 volt supply and takes current of 5 ampere. What is the power? Calculate it the per hour cost of using the heater if 1 unit cost is 6 rupees. As you know, the formula of power is P is equal to VI. V is 220 into 5, it becomes equal to 1100 watt, or you can also write as 1.1 kilowatt. Now we will calculate the cost of this unit per hour. Here power it is P into time, that is T. We can take the cost per hour as 1.1 into 6, because for 1 unit charge is given as 6 rupees. Hence 1.1 into 6 we get 6.6 rupees. So cost per hour for unit 1.1 kilowatt power is 6.6 rupees. We will see the next question. Show how would you connect 3 resistors, each resistance of 6 ohm, so that the combination has a resistance of 1 9 ohm and second is 4 ohm. Now you are already knowing that when resistors are connected in the series combination, then the resultant resistance value is always greater than the individual resistance, and in case of parallel combination, the resultant resistance value is always less than individual resistors. Thus, according to these two principles, we can see the possible combination in order to get 9 ohm resultant resistance and 4 ohm resultant resistance. Here, you can see that if we connect 6 ohm one resistance in series and other two in the parallel combination, then we will try to solve this. Resultant resistance, that is 1 upon R4 is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So that we are getting the value of R4 as 3 ohm. Now, in order to get the value 9 ohm, we can write R5 is equal to R3 plus R4, so that we are getting the value of equivalent resistance equal to 9 ohm. Therefore, this is the possible combination of the 3 resistors. From that 3, 2 are connected in the parallel and 1 is connected in the series combination. Now, in order to get the resultant resistance 4 ohm, we can do this arrangement. two registers in series combination and one in parallel combination. Now we will calculate the value as R4 is equal to 6 plus 6, that is 12 ohm. Now another one resistor is in the parallel combination, therefore we can take its reciprocal 1 upon R pi equal to 1 upon R3 plus 1 upon R4. By putting their values, we are getting 3 by 12, that is 1 by 4. Here 3 by 12 means 3 ones are and 3 fours are. So this value is 1 by 4. But by taking its reciprocal, we get the value of R5 as 4 ohm. We will take the next question. A wire of resistance R is cut into 5 equal parts. These parts are then connected in parallel. If equivalent resistance of this combination is R, calculate the ratio of R to R dash. Draw a circuit diagram to show two resistors R1 and R2. They are connected one in parallel along with a battery, key, ammeter and voltmeter. According to this information, we have to draw the diagram and we have to draw. These are connected in the parallel combination. Thus, resistance of each part in this combination is R by 5. When they are connected in the parallel, we can take their reciprocals. That is 1 upon R dash is equal to 5 by R plus 5 by R. In this way 5 times. So, value of 1 upon R dash becomes equal to 25 by R. But they have told the ratio of R to R dash, it becomes equal to. Now this R dash we have got here already. This we will take the another side. Then we are getting the value of R upon R dash equal to 25. See the arrangement. R1, R2, they are in parallel. Voltmeter is always connected across these resistors. And here we are getting its answer, that is R to R dash value becomes equal to 25:1. Find the equivalent resistance across the two ends A and B of this circuit, which is given in the diagram. If you will see this diagram, at every part of the square there are two resistors in parallel combination. These are of 2 ohm each. Total 8 resistors are connected in the parallel combination, means some are in series and some are in parallel combination. Here R1, R2 in parallel, R3, R4 are in parallel, R5, R6 in parallel and R7, R8 are in parallel combination. We have to find out the total resistance between the 2 points of the wire, that is A and B. Now we will find out it stepwise. 1 upon R1, R2. These are in parallel, so we can write 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2 and it becomes equal to 2 by 2. So resultant resistance between 2 resistors is 1 ohm. Now similarly we can calculate the resistors in R3, R4, R5, R6 and R7, R8 as though their values are 2 ohm. For every parallel combination, its value is 1 ohm each. Therefore, R1, R2 and R3, R4 are in series. Its value will become equal to 2 ohm. In the same way, R5, R6, R7, R8, their values becomes equal to. Here you can see for every combination we gets value as a 2 ohm. Now equivalent resistance for R1, 2, 3, 4 as though they are in series, R5, 6, 7, 8 they are in the series, but these R1, 2, 3, 4 and R5, 6, 7, 8 are in parallel combination. Therefore, their values we have to take in the reciprocals. So, equivalent resistance 1 upon R can be equal to 1 upon R1234 plus 1 upon R5678. These values are 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. It becomes equal to 2 by 2. Again, it becomes equal to 1 ohm. Therefore, the total resistance of whole this diagram is equal to 1 ohm. 5 resistors are connected in a circuit as shown in a diagram. Find the ammeter reading when circuit is closed. Now we will see this diagram here ACE. In this ACE diagram at AC side 0.5 ohm and 3 ohm resistors in series. At CE they are also in series and voltage is of 3 volt, but in between these B and D point there is 3 ohm resistor in parallel to the voltmeter. So how to solve this? We will see their steps. The resistance between the point B and D is supposed to be X, and X is equal to 3 ohm in means plus 6 ohm upon 3 ohm plus 6 ohm. Here you can see the resistance between the points BD. Resistance between the point BD. Here you have to take the resistance between the point BD. So this you have to consider. This part you have to consider from the circuit. From it you will easily understand that the value X will be equal to 3 ohm into 6 ohm upon 3 ohm plus 6 ohm. It becomes equal to 2 ohm. Now, the resistance of the whole combination is equal to, here you can see the resistance equal to R 5 ohm, R is 5 ohm plus X plus 0.5 ohm. Thus, here X value we have calculated, that is 2 ohm. So, total resistance R becomes equal to 0.5 plus 2 plus 0.5. 0.5 plus 0.5 1 plus this 2 ohm, it becomes equal to 3 ohm. Ammeter reading can be calculated by the Ohm's law. V is equal to IR, so I is equal to V by R. Here value of voltage is 3 ohm and the value of resistance which we have calculated, equivalent resistance is 3 ohm. Therefore, ammeter reading becomes equal to 1 ampere. How many electrons pass through a lamp in 1 minute if the current be 220 milliampere? In this example, we have to find out the number of electrons passing through a lamp in 1 minute. Now given values, electric current is of 220 milliampere. So we have to convert this milliampere into ampere. So we have to divide this value by 1000. We are getting 0.22 ampere. You know the formula, electric current is the electric charge upon time. Here time is given as 1 minute. In 1 minute there are 60 seconds. Therefore, Q is equal to IT, that is 0.22 into 60. It becomes equal to 13.2 Coulomb. So, you can see the value, that is 0.22 into 60 becomes equal to 13.2. The number of electrons carry 1 Coulomb charge is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 18. Number of electrons which carry here 13.2 Coulomb of charge. Therefore, we have to find the total number of electrons present in this 13.2 Coulomb of charge is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 18 into 13.2. It becomes equal to 79.2 into 10 raised to 18. Hence, the answer, that is 79.2 into 10 raised to 18 number of electrons can pass through a lamp in 1 minute if the current is 220 milliampere. Calculate the current supplied by a cell. If the amount of charge passing through a cell in 4 seconds is 12 Coulomb. Here you can see that given values are the amount of charge which is passing through the cell in 4 seconds is 12 Coulomb. It means that Q value is 12 Coulomb. Then time is given as 4 seconds. Therefore, electric current I can be calculated as Q by T, and thus its value become 12 by 4 is equal to 3 ampere. Now we will take next example. A 2-volt cell is connected to a 1 ohm resistor. How many electrons come out of the negative terminal of the cell in 2 minutes? Now you can see here, given value I value is equal to, we have to find out, therefore here resistance R is 1 ohm, voltage V is 2 volt, hence we can write the equation as V is equal to IR, therefore I is equal to V by R. We get the value as 2 ampere. Therefore, value of electric current I is 2 ampere. Now, we can find out the charge. Q is equal to IT. Therefore, 2 into 2 minute means here 2 into 20. It becomes equal to 80 Coulomb. Number of electron carrying 1 Coulomb charge is 6 into 10 raised to 18. Therefore, the number of electron carrying 80 Coulomb of charge can be calculated by 10 raised to 18 into 10 raised to 8, that becomes equal to 1.08 into 10 raised to 20. Now next example, how much current will an electric bulb draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the bulb filament is 1200 ohm? And in that same question, B sub question is given as how much current will an electric heater coil draw from a 220 volt source if the resistance of the heater coil is 100 ohm. From these both questions A and B, given values are V is 220 volt, R is 1200 ohm. We have the current I is equal to 220 upon 1200. It becomes equal to 0.18 ampere. We are given here V is equal to 220, R is equal to 100 ohm in the B question, and we have the current I is equal to 220 divided by 100 ohm, and it becomes equal to 2.2 ampere. The next question is that the potential difference between the terminals of an electric heater is 60 volt when it draws a current of 4 ampere from the source. What current will the heater draw if the potential difference is increased to the 120 volt? Given values are, we are given potential difference V is 60 volt, current I is of 4 ampere. According to the Ohm's law, R is equal to V upon I, so it becomes equal to 60 by 4, that is 15 ohm. When the potential difference is increased to the 120 volt, the current is given by the formula V by R, that is 120 divided by 15, and it becomes equal to 8 ampere. So, the current through the heater becomes 8 ampere when potential difference is increased to the 120 volt. A 4 ohm resistance wire is doubled on it. Calculate new resistance of the wire. Given that resistance is 4 ohm, when the length of wire is doubled on it, its length would become means half and area of cross section would double, that is a wire length L and area of cross section A becomes the half of the length and area of cross section, that is 2A. Therefore, resistance R, as it is directly proportional to the length and inversely proportional to the area of cross section, we know that the formula is R is equal to rho into L divided by A. So, R is directly proportional to L and inversely proportional to A. Therefore, according to this formula, we get the resistance, that is new resistance will be R1 upon R is equal to 1/4 or R1 is equal to R by 4 if initial resistance which is connected in the circuit is 4 ohm, then new resistance when area of cross section is doubled and length is become half, then it becomes equal to 1 ohm. A circuit is made up of 0.4 ohm wire, 150 ohm bulb and 120 ohm rheostat connected in series. Determine the total resistance of the circuit. Solution. According to the given values, resistance R is 0.4 ohm, resistance of the bulb is 150 ohm, resistance of the rheostat is 120 ohm. In series, total resistance will be R is equal to 0.4 plus 150 plus 120, that it becomes equal to 270.4 ohm. Now one example for the homework is that suppose a current of 0.2 ampere flows through a conductor of resistance 4.5 ohm. Calculate the potential difference at the end of the conductor. Now in this example you know that I current is 0.2 ampere. Resistance R is 4.5 and you have to find out the value of V. So, according to the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. You have to take both values, product of electric current and resistance, that is IR, 0.2 into 4.5. Now see the next question. State the relation between potential difference, work done and charge moved. Calculate the work done in moving a charge of 4 coulombs from a point at 220 volts to another point at 230 volts. Potential difference is the work done in order to move the point charge from one point to the another point. According to this definition, PD is equal to W by Q. Now, given values, V1 is 220, it is increased up to 230 means V2 is equal to 230 volt. Charge move is 4 coulomb. Thus, potential difference is V2 minus V1 equal to 10 volt. By putting these values in the given equation, we can get the work done W is equal to PD into charge. 10 into 4 means work done is equal to 40 joules. 3 2-volt cells are connected in series and used as a battery in a circuit. What is potential difference at the terminals of the battery? How many joules of electrical energy does 1 coulomb gain or passing through one cell or all 3 cells? Now, if 3 cells of 2 volt each are connected in the series to make a battery, then total potential difference between terminals of the battery will be 6 volt, because every time in the circuit voltmeter is connected across the point, and as these are in the series, this total potential will be equal to this 6 volt. Potential difference at every source, it is 2 volt. Charge move is 1 coulomb. We know that work done, that is PD into charge, that is, as volt is equal to work done upon Q, therefore W is equal to VQ. Here V into Q. Thus, from this equation, we can get the value of work done as 2 joule, and total work done in a cell or through all the cells will be equal to, total voltage is 6 volt, charge move is 1 coulomb, therefore total work done is equal to 6 into 1, it becomes equal to 6 joule. If 20 coulomb of charge pass a point in a circuit in 1 second, what current is flowing? Given that Q is equal to 20 coulomb, time is 1 second, and I we have to find out. So we know that I is equal to Q by T. So I is equal to 20 by 1 second, it becomes equal to 20 ampere. Now, we will see again one example through which we can calculate the electric current. A current of 4 ampere flows around a circuit for 10 seconds. How much charge flows or pass through a point in the circuit in this time? Given that I is 4 ampere, T is 10 seconds, and we have to find out the charge, that is Q, to find out. As we know that Q is equal to IT, we can find the value 4 into 10, it becomes equal to 40 coulomb. What is the current in a circuit if the charge passing through each point is 20 coulomb in 40 seconds? Given that charge Q is 20 coulomb, time to pass this charge is 40 seconds, therefore I is equal to Q by T. Thus, 20 by 40, it becomes equal to half, that is, electric current flowing through it is 0.5 ampere. Name the device which helps to maintain potential difference across a conductor. If potential difference of 10 volt causes a current of 2 ampere to flow for 1 minute, how much energy is transferred? The given cell, it may be storage cell or battery, it helps to maintain potential difference across a conductor. Given that PD is 10 volt, I is equal to 2 ampere, time is 1 minute means 60 seconds. We know that I is equal to Q by T. According to that, 2 into 60 means charge becomes equal to 120 coulomb. What is an ammeter? How is it connected in a circuit? Draw a diagram to illustrate your answer. Ammeter is a device which is used for a measurement of electric current. It is always connected in a series with the circuit in which the current is to be measured. Ammeter which is used in the circuit to measure the current. If the charge on an electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs, how many electrons should pass through a conductor in 1 second to constitute 1 ampere current? According to the formula of electric current, we can write I is equal to charge upon time. As 1 ampere current, it needs Q charge is equal to I into T. Therefore, Q is equal to 1 ampere into 1 second, it becomes equal to 1 coulomb. Therefore, when charge is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs, number of electron is 1. And when charge is 1 coulomb, the number of electrons will be. When electric current flows through the electric charges in a conductor such as metal wire, the SI unit of electric current is ampere and ammeter is used to measure the electric current. It should be connected in series with the circuit and conventional direction of the flow of electric current is always from positive to negative terminal. Now we will see another question. PD means potential difference of 10 volt is needed to make a current of 0.02 ampere which flows through a wire. What potential difference is needed to make a current of 250 milliampere flow through the same wire? Now solution. In the first case, I is equal to 0.02 ampere and voltage is 10 volt. According to the Ohm's law, we can write V is equal to IR and therefore value of V is 10. Value of electric current is 0.02 ampere. Therefore, R is equal to 10 by 0.02. It becomes equal to 500 ohm. In second case, electric current is 250 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. R value for the same material always remain the same. Therefore, it is 500 ohm. Again, by the Ohm's law, we can write V is equal to IR and therefore, by writing this, we put the values, we will get the value as 250 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 500, it becomes equal to 125 volt. In the given circuit diagram, the resistors R1 5 ohm, R2 10 ohm and R3 30 ohm respectively are connected as shown. Now, we have to calculate the current through each resistor, total current in the circuit and total resistance in the circuit. In this diagram, we can see that resistors are in parallel combination. So that now we will see the solution. Voltage is 12 volt. R1, R2, R3 are in parallel combination. Therefore, R1 is equal to V by R1. R2, that is current through R2, that is I2 is equal to V by R2. Current through R3 is equal to V by R3. So, according to this, we can calculate the three values, that is I1, I2 and I3. From this, we get value of I1 as 2.4 ampere, I2 value is 1.2 ampere and I3 value is 0.4 ampere. Thus, total current I will be becomes equal to 2.4 plus 1.2 plus 0.4. It becomes equal to 4 ampere. The total resistance in the circuit can be calculated as here these all resistors are in parallel combination. Therefore, the resultant resistance is 1 upon Rp in the reciprocal becomes equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Thus, from this formula, we get 1 upon Rp is equal to 10 by 30 and hence R value becomes equal to 30 by 10. By taking its reciprocal, we get value of resultant resistance in parallel combination, that is 3 ohm. If a potential difference of 4 volt is applied to the two resistors of 6 ohm and 2 ohm connected in series, calculate combined means equivalent resistance, current flowing through it and PD across 6 ohm resistor. According to given value, V is 4 volt, R1 is 6 ohm, R2 is equal to 8 ohm. Both are in series combination. Therefore, the resultant resistance R is equal to R1 plus R2. Thus 6 plus 8 is 6 plus 2 here, that becomes equal to 8 ohm. So according to the given values, we have to write here the resistance in series, that is R1 value is 6 plus 2, that is 8 ohm. The current flowing can be calculated by Ohm's law. I is equal to V by R, as V value is 4 ohm, R is 8 ohm, that is 0.5 ampere. Now see point, potential difference across 6 ohm resistor can be calculated as I into R1. Electric current is 0.5, R1 value is 6 ohm, therefore 0.5 into 6, it becomes equal to 30, that is 3.03 volt.